Most people think eBay dropshipping is dead in 2026, and I get why. It's because the typical approach that people use is outdated. It's slow, low profit, and creates non-stop work. But the business model itself isn't dead. It's the old method that's dead. And if you're a teen looking for a side hustle, this is still one of the best and easiest online businesses you can start, but only if you do it the right way. In this video, I'm going to show you what's broken about the old eBay dropshipping strategy and show you my new two-step method that I use and how I automate the entire process. So here's what most eBay dropshippers typically do. They manually list products from Amazon onto eBay by copying and pasting everything. They put in the images, title, description, and all of the item specifics all by hand. And even if you're fast with this method, it can take up to 10 minutes for one item. And obviously they do it so they can compete with everyone else, but that ends up turning into a race to the bottom where everybody's trying to undercut each other. And what happens is when you finally sell an item, you're only making cents and you constantly have to be repricing items and babysitting your store, which is exactly why people quit and say eBay dropshipping doesn't work anymore. The approach I take though is the exact opposite of this. And I don't really care about finding the perfect product for my store. I don't want to spend all those hours doing product research. I simply play the volume game. And my main goal is to list as many items as I can as quickly as possible, because when you have enough items on your eBay store, winning products are basically baked in. The way I like to think of it is that it's like fishing. The more poles you have in the water, the more fish you're going to catch. But the key is volume only matters if you're listing fast. If you're doing everything by hand, it's going to take you hours and hours to get a ton of listings up. But if you automate this process, it's honestly unfair to the competition. Even though my goal is to get as many listings up onto my account as possible, that doesn't mean the products I'm listing are random. I'm not just listing junk and praying that it sells. I'm still doing product research and finding proven products, but I'm doing it way faster than the average person. I use a software called Dropshipping that automates my entire product research. All I have to do is take any Amazon link, paste it into my software, and then what the software is going to do is it's going to find other people who are dropshipping on eBay and then scan their store and find their top selling products. This way I can see exactly what's selling well on eBay. But instead of guessing what might work, I'm copying what's already working by taking hot selling products from other eBay sellers and then using them for my own store. So now I want to explain why high volume listing is a cheat code, and I'm going to use real numbers from my own eBay store. And on all of my eBay stores, I'll list anywhere from 100 to 500 items per day. If my account is newer and still in the warm-up period, I may only do 100 items per day. But if my account is older and more stable, I'll work my way up to 500 items every day, which I'm currently doing on 2 of my main accounts. And at that volume, you stop treating every item like it has to be a winner. If I'm listing 300 items in a given day, I'm not expecting all of those to sell. I'm simply increasing my chances of catching those winning products. The truth is though, a lot of the items I'm listing onto my eBay account won't ever even sell. Some are going to sell every so often, and then I'm going to have a handful that become consistent winners, which is where the real profit comes from. The second part of my method is my markup. Most sellers try and compete by being the cheapest item available, which is exactly why they're only making $1 or even cents in profit every time they sell an item. And they're constantly having to reprice the items in their store. I avoid this entirely and do a standard 100% markup on all of my items. This way, I'm not constantly in price wars and having to reprice all the items in my store. And when I do end up selling an item, I'm making a lot more money than the average dropshipper. I tend to make more profit per sale than any other dropshipper on eBay. And people always ask me, why would anyone buy your product at a 100% markup when they can buy it cheaper? And that seems like the smart thing to think. But the truth is, most eBay buyers don't price check like you think. If they see an item that seems reasonable in price and they really need it or want it, they're going to go ahead and buy it. And let's say somebody doing eBay dropshipping wanted to make $50 in profit in a given day. They may need to list 25 to 50 items to achieve that number. But I can easily hit that same number of $50 in profit per day with as low as 5 sales, since I'm making so much more for every sale because of my 100% markup. And the reason why all of this works and why my method I use in 2026 is so lucrative is because I'm not really doing any of the manual work at all to run my eBay store. I have a software tool that handles the entire listing process and handles the product research as well. The lister pulls everything straight from the Amazon page, which includes the title, description, photos, and all of the key details, and then builds the eBay listing for me. It's essentially a robot that takes over my computer screen and posts products for me onto my eBay account without me having to do any manual work at all. And this allows me to get hundreds of items listed without spending hours copying and pasting. So in 2026, the best method for eBay dropshipping is actually quite simple. All it includes is a high listing volume and a high markup. So the exact game plan you should follow is to list a ton of proven products with a higher markup. That way you're focusing less on competing with other people and more on margins and making a higher amount of profit per sale. eBay dropshipping is something that has really changed my life, and I think it's one of the easiest side hustles you can start if you're a teen. Right now, if I had to pick one side hustle if I was starting over, it would probably be eBay dropshipping. And if you're interested in getting started with eBay dropshipping, I actually have a free starter kit that's linked in my description. It'll show you everything step by step from getting your account made to getting your first listings posted. And if you're somebody who could benefit from getting a little bit more personal help and getting started with eBay dropshipping, then I have a Calendly link in my description, which will allow you to book a free call with me. But I do appreciate everyone taking the time to watch this video, and be sure to subscribe if you want to see more videos on how to make money as a team.